Hey everyone, I am here again tonight to start reading on page 56. I hope whatever you're doing tonight, it's fun or enjoyable or relaxing or whatever it is you really need tonight. Anyway, so I'm going to start on page 56, about a quarter of the way down, or not even a quarter of the way down, but something like that. You go first, Pushpa. Marie can come behind you, Mama D says. The water gets faster and louder as it rushes over the rocks on the other side of the creek, while my heart beats louder and more rapidly. A few large maple leaves float by in the stream around the boats, while Mama D holds tightly to both of them. Her polyester tomato red pants are rolled to her knees, while her floral scarf holds her short, partially gray hair back as she stands in the water up to her shins. As I look down the stream to see where the water is going, Mama D says, "Okay, you can get in the boat now." She holds aside as I gladly take my ice-cold feet from the water into the wobbly boat. She giggles and I shiver from cold, which draws out the chills of fright from my insides. "Okay, Pushpa, here's the paddle. Paddle on this side if you want to go the other way." She shows me while pointing. I practice putting the paddle in the water. "I am scared, Mama." "Okay, you are ready to go," she exclaims with joy. She lets go and I slowly begin to flow down the creek. She wades out of the water and begins to help Marie with her boat. I look back to see her slipping farther away while she smiles and speaks through her semi-yellowed buck teeth. "Stop when you get to the bridge." A wide curve comes and I lose sight of Mama D and Marie. Fear sets in. I am not smiling. I'm scared to death. I don't know how to paddle or how far the bridge is from here. The vines of plants are hanging from limbs and scratch me as I slowly maneuver around and down the narrow creek without any control of which direction the boat is pointing. The boat is spinning around in slow circles while my worries spin on how I am going to stop at the bridge. Mama D and Marie are gone around the curves behind me. The fear is mounting as I drift alone in the middle of the silent creek. I can't hear their voices anymore. Enjoyment does not come as my heart races, and I only want to stop at the bridge and get out. The boat swirls around and I notice ahead there is a fallen tree leaning over the creek with only a small area to the right big enough to go under the tree with me in the boat. The tree gets closer and I don't know what to do. I find myself quickly at the tree without room enough to duck under. The tree bumps my head as I turn to duck and lose control. The boat turns over and I fall in. I am not a swimmer. I don't know how to swim. I lay in the water with my head under while I look around at the rocks and small fish swimming around me. A crawfish backs up on the right as I fear the fish are going to eat me. The water is ice cold as my head begins to ache. I think I will die. The fish will eat me, or I will never come out of the water. I hear very little sound. Some time lapses and I resign to dying in the water. Two arms grab around me and pull me out as I begin to sob. It's my new sister, Marie. She has her arms around me and she carries me out of the creek and up the bank. She is only 12, but she has the strength of an ox. I cry and I cry as she carries my limp, wet body out of the bank of the creek and onto the rocky dirt road winding up the hill to the house. She is barefoot, wincing while walking on sharp, jagged gravel. "It's okay, you're okay," she consoles me. I sob from the depths of my body as the fear pours out. The sound of my uncontrollable crying soothes me. I think about, myself as this kid that hadn't even been here a year, and my mom throws me into this boat, and I've never been in a boat. I have no idea how to handle a paddle. I don't remember ever being around water like this. I don't think I ever really was. And so I had no clue what I was supposed to be doing in that boat. She just kind of threw me in there and let me go down the creek. And I was absolutely scared shitless. I mean, it scared the crap out of me. I thought it was going to be fun, but it ended up being a nightmare for me. And I just think it's funny how, she was a teacher, but she didn't teach me really what to do on that boat. She just kind of threw me in there, and I guess I was supposed to learn as I go. I don't know. And I don't even know if I had a life jacket on. I must not have. I don't know. I don't really remember. But anyway, it just scared the crap out of me. And that walk up the driveway with my sister carrying me, I just think about that. I feel so bad for her because she was walking on all these rocks while I was screaming my eyes out and crying. And here she was, only a 12-year-old or whatever, trying to carry me up this hill and on rocks and everything else. And my mom was nowhere to be seen. So anyway, it's just kind of a funny story at this point, but I just can't imagine, being 7 years old and I don't know, and trying to learn everything on the fly, which is kind of what I ended up having to do. She didn't really teach me much, even though she was a teacher. That's the irony of it all, is that her kids were left to figure things out on their own. So anyway, that's all I have to say tonight, and I hope wherever you are, you're having a great time. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate you listening and reading and sharing this with people, and your messages and everything else that you're sending to me. Thank you so much.